Hey,
How
Nick.
you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Nice to
Good
see you this
you.
side of the pond.
Yeah, well, glad to be here after quite a while, actually.
Well, as we know, the RetroKits range we're big fans of. We've used these guys and these guys and these guys, but there's some things I haven't seen before. These screen-based products. Can you tell me about those?
Yeah, we started the Retrovision half a year ago. It was originally a display expansion for the Kemper Profiler, which normally doesn't have a screen. I can unplug it. Like this is the Retrovision. You plug it into the player here, and now it shows you what actually is happening on this device.
Oh, that's neat.
And then, well, we thought it's nice little gadget to have, and we made some expansions on it. Like you could also add buttons to it. It also has some Bluetooth expansion on the player.
Is this just for the Kemper, or does this have other applications?
Well, we plan to do other applications on it as well. So, well, this is the Kemper software, but maybe there are other devices who would benefit from a screen, so we could reprogram it.
They just need some kind of host.
Yeah, a USB connection.
Host.
Yeah,
and you can hack into them.
Yeah, something MIDI we can read out and show on screen. So
so it's taking MIDI. It's taking MIDI parameters and turning them into a UI that you have here.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's neat, clever.
Yeah, so two-way USB and show what's on there.
This is a product that you can buy if you've got.
Yeah, the Retrovision is for sale. And well, now we have the Kemper software on it. We're experimenting with a RK6 remote because, well, it's also something which has a lot of possibilities. And
this guy,
yeah, you can't really see it on screen. So I don't know if I can plug it in somewhere. Let's see. And of course, there are quite some cabling on here. So when I unplug it, it could pop a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
So when I plug it in there now, you can see it communicating with the RK6.
That's this thing.
Yeah, and showing what you could change on the port. So like this, and it goes.
Oh, so you've got buttons on this as well. There's
two small buttons. And now you can change properties of the RK6.
Right, because this all used to happen over web MIDI, didn't it?
So it's still USB MIDI in this case because it now hosts the Retrovision. You could use it for an application like this. It's the same.
So
like
the RK6, for those of you who don't know, is a really useful MIDI utility, routing, ins and outs, clocks, merge, splits, channel filtering,
shifting
all kinds
and
of
filtering and the whole shebang.
All kinds of stuff. Really useful.
Yeah.
And it's got USB hosts in it as well, so you can plug it in.
You could host multiple USB devices. So, and now we have the this Novation and retro sound on it, which is another application we're experimenting with.
This has now got something else on it, right?
Yeah, well, in this little module we created a sound emulation of like the sound you have in these old music game cartridges from the 80s. Yeah. So I can show you how this cartridge sounds actually. This kind of music.
So it's like chip tunes.
Yeah.
But it's got all of the brains inside. Wow,
yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're basically sitting there going, what can we use this for?
Yeah, well, it's such a small, neat display. Of course, it would be a shame to spend it only on Kemper software. So yeah, we're.
It's really interesting though, isn't it? Because now these sort of new nifty bits of hardware, figuring out ways to communicate them with other devices and is a real. There's a lot of possibilities there, right?
Yeah. Of course, we've experimented with possibilities like that with the other products we have, like the RK2 as well. Making the most of what you could do with MIDI actually. So yeah, and now hopefully with the screen would be even better.
I guess you've got screens on these, but will they interface with the RK8, which are your multi-channel sequencers, right?
Yeah, well, on the RK8, well, if you have a good idea for it to expand it with the Retrovision, I'm all ears.
Right. So can you buy these now? I mean, which of these products are actually...
This one is for sale.
Yeah.
And, at the moment, just with the Profiler software, I think the most... in the near future, the first successor would be the RK6 remote, which would be handy. And the suggestions are welcome.
Would you just buy the hardware and then flash it with whatever software you want, or is it one per
Yeah, it works like you could flash it with other software. Yeah, you could. It's if you connect it to a computer, you would have a Retrovision drive. You could put on other software, and then it would.
And what are you charging for this piece?
This is like £70, like 85 euros.
Oh wow, okay. I mean, there's a lot of utility there. So you get the screen and a couple of extra buttons as well.
Yeah, I can show you the OSD. So here you can also, like say, let's see, the Bluetooth. You could also do Bluetooth connection.
Oh right, so this has got Bluetooth enabled in.
Yeah.
Right.
So normally this also works on a Profiler, for example, which doesn't have Bluetooth. And then with the Retrovision, you could also connect Bluetooth pedals with it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it has all
I guess like MIDI monitor would be handy, just seeing what data.
Yeah, MIDI monitor.
Through.
That's also a good one. Yeah.
Scopes. Is it fast enough? Is it fast enough to draw?
Scope over MIDI. That's probably not that handy, but
okay. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant.
We could try all kinds of.
So
things.
People can find out about this at Retrocrits.
Yeah.
Is it .nl or
Retrokids.com?
Retrokids.com.
That's where the Retrovision is at.
Nice one. Thank you so much, Gerrit.
Yeah. Thank you.